This is Gray Man Media content.
Are you gonna say something we can't put out?
No.
Are you lying right now?
No.
My fucking face again?
Never.
You're such a liar! You're lying right now! 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey, welcome to Wolf Takes a Bite. I'm John Wolf, and I'm a fairy. We're talking about the Fae today.
Feet tall, very dark, not humanoid at all. Yep, lizard-looking.
The creatures that I've seen mostly have been the greys.
To the search for truth. Little grey men from outer space who actually abduct humans.
Banana, banana.
Welcome back to Wolf Takes a Bite. I am your host, John Wolf, and I'm still a fairy. With my even fairier friends and co-host, Devin Gray. You could say we're fairly odd,
Is this what we're doing
and
today?
we're parents.
Is this the whole thing? This is the whole thing. I just want to make sure.
You could say we're fairly odd parents.
No, I got it. I heard you the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, great.
Sure about that?
Here we go.
Okay. Look at that. beautiful donation courtesy of my daughter. Devin, that's not the only surprise we have. Oh, yeah. Mike, we put the headphones on. It'd probably help.
It would.
Ah, there we go.
Is that better?
Yes, today, Devin, we're going to be doing something that's a phrase of yours. It's probably one of your favorite phrases, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that right?
Yes. Today we're going to be doing this quite a bit. So in preparation of today's event, I got something for us, for our set. Better?
Marginally.
Hats are hard. Today,
Hats are hard.
Devin, we're going to be doing a whole lot of grasping at straws.
Shut the fuck up. Can you take it out?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, wow. Wow. And it's a fist. Is this the thing? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. It's a lot harder than you would think.
For you, maybe.
Well, it just mean like you can't just like if you see what I mean.
You're grasping at them. No,
Exactly.
You loose. Look, I drew the short straw.
Oh, is that what this is?
Yeah. So this is a game. You can find it on Amazon or in Myers, but may not be on Amazon because I bought the last one. But luckily for you, I got it for us. Are you good now?
Yeah.
Because that's not loud.
It's fine.
I got Devin a new toy.
Wow, that's really something. Grasping at straws, aka the entire episode.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Love it.
That's all we got for you folks. This is just really all I wanted to do today. We'll see you on the next one. Question everything.
Yeah.
Now we are talking about the Fae.
That's way louder than normal.
Yep.
Sorry. Go ahead. About the Fae.
You know, mute button works.
I got this thing over here, and it mutes me,
That's not your mic.
and it mutes me.
That's not your mic.
Yeah, it is.
You're on green. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Glad we figured that one out.
Let's just do that.
Yep, it's green and blue. Yep, there you go. Wonderful. Okay, now let's get... Still didn't mute it. You fucking suck. Get your shit together.
Uno más tres. Go ahead.
Next
ahead.
T-shirt.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, the Fae, otherwise known as the little winged fairy people.
Winged fairy people.
Yes. They like to collect gold and
This
such.
is going to be a bullshit. This is just going to be complete and utter.
There's actually content in here.
I feel in my bones that there's going to be bullshit in this.
30-minute max episode, I'm just saying. No, there's actually...
Well, I'm glad we're grasping at straws.
There where it is. There it is. And I'm glad you could pick up the whole fist. Now, where's that fist, Devin? What are you doing with that?
I was going to put it.
Fist, hands above the table, Devin.
I was going to put it somewhere for later.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
There's no hole in the bottom, Devin, so calm down.
I think a fist is better for insertion.
Okay.
Well, we're talking about fairies. Cut that. Cut that. Cut that. You son of a bitch.
I'm dying. We can't. It's too good. We're already 6 minutes in. All right. Let's get to it, Devin. Fae were creatures from the Feywild, or the parallel plane. To the prime Feywild was also called the plane of the fairies. It's usually a plane in between our reality and another, tethered to our spiritual realm.
God damn it.
Now, many were... yeah.
Here, have some more.
I'm just still thinking about the thing you said.
No. That never happened.
Many were typified as having supernatural abilities and a connection to nature or some other force or place. The language of the Fae was called the Sylvian. The Fae, or fairies, as many like to be called, were creatures of any size, shape, texture, or smell that exemplified and inhabited natural wonder. They went by many names like green folk, fair folk, people of peace, sometimes the wee folk. Yes, a lot of this goes back to Ireland.
This, and I cannot stress this enough, is utter bullshit. Continue.
Now in society, they were ruled by noble eldorans, or the Archfae. The legends are as such. There were many unsubstantiated legends about the Fae, or the Trolleys, especially in forested areas in the Dalelands and the like. Fairies in a good and friendly lands with warm, lush forest, babbling brooks were said to have good luck on those deserving. The Fae were seen to be mad redcaps, devouring infants, corrupting youth, bringing bad luck to any in whom they inhabited or took interest in. The truly uniformed would see that the elves, dwarves, gnomes, and even goblins as a form of Fae.
Shut the fuck up.
Now, as with any legend, Devin, there was a taste of truth within.
So this article itself admits that this is bullshit.
What article? Many fairies were tiny, and many of the legends about Fae were quite true. Many Fae, or pixies for example, could only be seen by those whom they choose to reveal themselves. Through the powerful wizards could often make them out nonetheless. Elves and Fae were united by a common belief, by their connection to natural purity, and for the Fae, this was enough to create a connection of appearance. Gnomes enjoyed making light of supposedly serious things, and this united them with the Fae as well, though only in attitude. The Fae and the goblins might be connected more closely by age-old bloodlines, but this was just a conjecture. As for whether fairies desired the will or woe, both were the case. Fae were creatures connected closely to nature. And just as rain from the clouds saved farmers by troubled travelers, so did the Fae help some of the injure. Sorry. So did the Fae help some and injure others. Fae were a people of many different alignments and interests, politically, socially. Blah, blah, blah.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
You got it.
And took many different alignments and interests like humans. And just as most of humans, dwarves, and elves concern themselves little with the fair folk, so the fair folk, by and large, concern themselves very little with the mortal races.
Can I, before we get too far away from this, I do actually want to know something.
I can't read. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We all know that. Okay, that's...
Go ahead.
Fae and fairies, same thing. Not yet. Fae and fairies, same thing.
Yes.
What are sprites?
And also a form of Fae. Sprites were,
pixies?
however, sprites and pixies were actually more evil aligned. They were more chaos aligned.
Is that right?
Yes.
Like, but actually?
Yes. If you remember Tinkerbell.
You literally just read my fucking mind.
I do that a lot.
It was, no, you don't. Not like that. Not that good. Because the next word out of my mouth was going to be Tinkerbell.
Uh-huh.
What was she?
I believe she was a pixie.
So she was evil.
Essentially, yes. Do you not remember how much shit she caused?
No, I remember.
She consistently fucked with Wendy and wanted her to die.
Yeah, but
like that's an evil pixie thing to do.
Objectively, Wendy was a fucking cunt.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah,
she was stuck up,
she was
prudish,
a bitch.
maybe.
She was a bitch and deserved to fucking die.
She just didn't want to be gangbanged by all the fucking Lost Boys.
First off, that would have never happened.
Why?
All right, because the Lost Boys were boys of integrity.
No, they weren't.
Yes, they were.
They were heathens.
And they were no. They were
troublemakers.
They were good boys. They were great
heathens.
boys.
They were troublemakers.
I was a lost boy. All right?
Peter Pan.
Yeah, dude.
The worst of them all.
He was something too, wasn't he?
He was consistent.
He wasn't a human.
He was human.
What was up with his
He
ears?
might have been slight elfish. Because he did have
slight elfish.
Yes, he might have been part elf. But the point is, he was using pixie dust. So he was harvesting the fairy dust that came off of Tinkerbell.
Well, it would have been pixie dust.
Yes, pixie. Well, they say that in the movie, the original writing, anyway, too. They say pixie dust. Yes, absolutely.
So Tinkerbell was a pixie, meaning she was evil.
Yes.
Or at least aligned more
towards chaos
and evil.
Yes.
All right. What about in the expanded like Tinkerbell universe? Because in her own little standalone show, she's kind of a good one.
Well, that's a rebranding.
Well, so is all of it. So I don't know what you're fucking talking about right now.
Well, for instance, the darkest and most powerful legend about the Fae went back eons.
I'm sorry. Usually it's not this loud. I don't know what I've done differently today. It's way louder than normal.
There's a mute button.
I know, but normally I can just kind of lean off to the side and I drop off real hard. The mic's actually...
I always hear it.
The microphone's actually good. Yeah, but not this loud.
So the darkest and most powerful legend about the Fae went back eons to the creator races.
We're keeping the Tinkerbell thing in, though,
yeah.
Right? Yeah. There was a cut there if you guys didn't know.
Some sages claimed that the Fae... Thanks for making my job harder. Some sages claimed that the Fae creatures known as Lasei were one of the four. Lasei.
Oh, Lasei.
Lasei, actually. Were one of the 4, possibly 5 creator races. Others passed this off as pure nonsense.
Yeah.
Going to the source, asking ancient fairies themselves, however, provided only...
Oh, I bet! Go ahead.
Provided only to be a headache. Alas, none seemed interested in providing a straight answer.
That couldn't have worked better.
Damn Fae.
Holy shit, I got almost all of them in one go.
That was impressive.
I did 2 impressive things back to back. Can you believe it?
First time for everything.
I'm literally going to drop kick you.
Now, it was said to...
Wait. Hold on.
Okay.
Before we
For sure.
Is this my job or is it not my job?
Yes, Captain, interrupt us.
Before we get too far away from what you just said, I need some clarification. Were you saying that there was an ancient race of fairies that created everything? Like that's the theory here?
Yeah.
So instead of like one god or literally anything else, it was a group of fairies, a race of fairies called Luche.
Leche.
You pronounced it now 3 different ways.
I know. Well, I'm not great at French. Leshay.
I got nothing. Well, I don't know what the fuck that is.
C'est tout par le boulevard français, patrimoine du beaucoup. And it was said that to protect oneself from the Fae should carry iron.
John just exhausted every ounce of French that he had in his repertoire.
C'est tout, mademoiselle, mi belle.
It's a French word there for you. So you got to carry iron to keep them away from you?
You carry iron, yeah.
Does it have to be like an ingot or?
I'm assuming like a pan. Like in PUBG.
Yeah, that's immediately what I thought. You gotta get a fucking
ding. Oh, there's another one.
Oh no!
A couple Irish rednecks just bing. I got another one there, bud.
Yeah, that's exactly what Irish rednecks sound like. Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's really hard to blend them two together.
So.
And a Southern American redneck with an Irish accent, that's a hard thing to do, Devin. Don't ask me that. I'll try.
Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Walken.
Hey!
You can't! You can't! If I do that, you have to say the next word in that voice.
You know, the thing is, you can also wear the color red. Turn their clothing inside out as well.
I'm not doing that.
You know.
I've literally never done any of these things, and I seem to not have any problems with fairies.
Well. Also, you could be near running water. Iron was said to be detrimental to the skin of fairies. However, the color red and the inside-out clothing of sort was like camouflage because the fair folk couldn't see it. And running water was a source of disrupting magic spells or bad luck.
Uh-huh.
Now, some of these you might have heard of.
I haven't.
Now, when I'm talking to you, I mean you, the viewer.
Oh, okay.
Not him.
Yeah, I haven't heard any of those things.
These are some different species of fairies. Thank you. There are many different species of the Fae, and the connections between them could be hard to identify. Other than being natives of the Feywild, a few common threads could be drawn between certain smaller groups. However, while some are simply impossible to classify, some Fae were strongly bound or associated with specific natural locations or bodies of water, landmarks, and other geographical features. These included dryads, hamadryades, nymphs, naiads, nereids, oreids, and the Fossegrim. Other favorite.
It was like naming the fucking ghost from Pac-Man. It was like Blinky, Pinky, and then there's Claude.
His name was Dale. Other Fae were reported as being born from emotions felt while in the Feywild, manifested due to that plane's strange energy. Red Cabs, Meanlocks, and Boggles were all included in this group. And yes, Devin, Boggles was a creature in the Harry Potter universe.
I wasn't even gonna ask.
But now I answered it for you. Another group was easily identified, such as hags, sea hags, green hags, anises, and burr hags.
And yes, John, hags was a creature that lived in your childhood home.
They were all Fae. But the night hag, although related, was actually a
the
fiend.
lady who kept putting John back in her bed.
The night hag was also not a fairy, though. She was a fiend.
Night hag.
Yes, the night hag.
Fighter of the day, man.
That's night man. But I like the reference. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's the best show ever.
No copyright claim here. Thanks. Look, Devin, I know this is hard.
Well,
for you. But the thing is,
it's
Devin,
hard for a few reasons.
lot of people believe in fairies. A lot of people believe in fairies. Like, really, really, really a lot of people. More specifically, there's entire groups out there dedicated to worshiping the fairies.
You gave me this. This is my toy. You fucking animal.
Look what you did.
Yeah, look what you did. Look what you made me do. Now I've got the straws, you fucker. Go ahead. What about these people? Who did what now?
There's people who believe in fairies.
I mean, yeah, there's also people who believe in a bunch of stupid fucking shit.
There's people who have seen fairies.
There's people who say they've seen God. Does that make them fucking real? No.
That's an interesting point of view to take.
Yeah. So go on. Tell me more about these people.
Well, of numerous personal accounts, here are the 5 weirdest fairy and supernatural sightings in Ireland.
Next season, Wolf takes a bite out of God. Get ready for that one.
That'll be fun. We have to do 9/11 first.
I don't want to do 9/11 so bad.
We got to.
Yeah, I know. All right.
So.
Oh, there's a picture of Ireland.
Yes, it is. In the recent 2014 through 2017 fairy consensus, that is loud.
Is that happening in your headphone? Can you hear that?
Can you hear it? Don't do this to our listeners, please.
I'm playing with straws. Plastic straws that I want to be on the record that John gave me. His fault, not mine.
I was expecting them to sit there, but I guess I was very naive.
Yeah, that was insane of you. I don't know why you thought that would be the case.
They'll be on the shelf after this episode.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unfortunately, can't trust you just.
No, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I can't trust myself.
So, in 2014 through 2017, the fairy census was conducted.
Oh my fucking God. On whose dime? Is that taxpayer money?
In Ireland? Yeah, sure.
You
Personal
fucking idiots.
accounts of fairy and supernatural sightings from all over the world actually have been listed. And seeing as Ireland is so intrinsically linked with the mythology and folklore, a dense amount of spellbinding and utterly wild and bewildering stories have been taken place on the Emerald Isle. A lot of words there. Didn't fuck them all up, though.
Well, what was even funnier is you added words just so you could like give yourself more time to figure out what the next word was. I've noticed that you do this.
I thought, well, yeah, but I thought it was also not copywriting. Also, I thought intrinsically.
What article? What article? What are you talking about?
Also, I was going to say intrinsically is a word I use regularly, but I've never seen it
is. But when you saw it, you were like,
I've never seen it written.
You didn't want to say so bad that you just added words before you figured out how to say intrinsically, even though you use the word intrinsically.
And that is the mark of a good public speaker and an actor, because you shouldn't say on stage ever. I don't know if you've ever done theater.
No.
Probably not.
No,
Okay.
I'm not.
I've done a lot. I've done theater a lot, and one of the biggest things, especially in improv or anything like that, you're taught not to say especially when you're doing speeches, reading things, you don't say And every time I watch a president do a speech, that's like I'm counting them, and it's annoying the hell out. I'm like, you're gonna run this country?
I think you're the only person on earth who might do that.
I highly doubt it. If you count when somebody's doing a speech or speaking or anything like that, let me know. GreenManMediaCo.com.
How fucking funny would it be if that was our third interaction?
How many have you seen in the season 1 through 4?
No shit.
Probably not many from me.
Lies.
I try. I'm getting better.
Sir.
That's despite the point.
Why do you're the only one beating yourself up over it.
You know what? This is a very challenging thing. And the show in this episode is bullshit. And I'm just trying so hard to provide good content for the viewers. Oh.
Are you Carl from fucking...
I don't know why we do this.
Why are you Carl Weezer all of a sudden? What the fuck happened?
Oh, Jesus. Jimmy's mom! Rick! Okay, seriously.
Yeah, let's get serious and talk about these fairies real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Keep it real.
Let's do that. Your glasses aren't even real.
They're blue lights. That's all they are. They protect my poor little eyes. You know what the dumbest fucking thing about these things are is I remember them to wear. I remember to wear them when all the lights are on. But then when I play video games until 4 in the morning, I do not wear them. I'm like this close to the fucking TV, and I'm like, and then I wake up at 9 in the morning with bloodshot eyes, and I'm like, what's wrong with my eyes? You fucking idiot.
See, I need my glasses to actually see. And the funny thing that you mentioned there was that when you're like, oh, why it's taking you so long to get online? I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to clean the fucking smudge off my glasses. It takes forever. I can't play fucking any game with like a goddamn streak through the eyes. All right, yeah, let's get serious. Now, this was edited by British historian Simon Young.
It's edited.
This census
You heard that.
aims to neither prove nor debunk supernatural sightings, but instead to give a collective platform to the stories of individuals who believe there is more than meets the eye. And I love that take. Now, this is a man in Ireland, in Cavan. This was in the 1980s. Is a male between 11 and 20 years old.
You think that's what that 11-20 means? Yep. They couldn't figure out the 9 years. It was too much of a.
No. A lot of these were probably anonymous because it was a census performed. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know what you want me to do with that.
Nothing now. I was walking home one night when a rustle began in the hedgerow to my right. Being from the country, I put it down to a badger or a fox out hunting. That thought soon fled when the rustling followed my every step. I increased my pace, so did my unseen friends. I got really worried when what are you doing? Oh my God. I got really worried when on encountering a gateway in the hedgerow. The rustling transferred to the other side of the road. By now, I was petrified, but pig-headed enough to not show it. My companion followed me for another half mile. Then came the part I will never forget.
What happened?
Oh, I heard ice. Thank you.
You said you came?
The service here is fantastic.
You came?
Then came the part I will never forget. The hedgerow rose above the road to about my shoulder height, and it became sparse, thin, more barbed wire than foliage. I turned my head sideways, and there, blotting out the stars, was a shape about 3 feet tall. It was bulky at the waist, wide at the shoulders. As if it was looking at me, I could not tell. But it stood for a moment, as I did before I ran the last mile home. If it followed me, I cannot tell, for the blood was thrumming in my ears. I think that means drumming. The blood was drumming in my ears.
Yeah, that'll probably help you read, as if you do an accent.
Sure.
Yeah.
On the next 3. When I reached my house, I collapsed in the door. My older brother was up, and he saw my state. He still says to this day that my hair was standing on end. We don't know what that was.
Me neither. Poorly written or performed.
This is in Dublin, 1990s.
Oh no! Oh god, he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Look, you guys ever see that hit YouTube anime or show about Reddit stories?
Released.
Yeah, I know. Why does your tank just like roll out of that thing? That is terrifying.
Magnetic tank.
That's terrifying.
No, it's great because when it falls, the tank falls out and it doesn't break the glass.
I think you're the only person I've ever met that has that problem. I've dropped my vape all the time. I've never broke the glass. One time. I did one time.
4 times in my entire 7 years of vaping. Anyway, moving on.
Ooh, look at this.
I know, isn't this nice?
Fits your arms nicely. Hold on. Pull it this way a little bit. There you go. Yeah. There we go. Look at those. Look at those shoulders.
We'll start working out in January.
You want to go with me?
Yeah. Let's do it.
That's the best thing that's happened this entire episode.
Cool.
And scene 1 and 2, and then cut this and then move it.
Stop! I gotta get into character. Hold on.
You gotta take a sip of that.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Hold on. Dublin, think of how Declan speaks. Declan speaks.
It's like how...
Yes. Can all get a point to Guinness? Yes. Yes. I.
Remember when we had the food truck come
Shut
in?
up.
Serving tacos.
That was British me. I'm doing Scottish.
No, you were definitely Scottish.
Doing Irish. Play latte. Why don't you shut the hell up? You fucking arse. All right. While traveling at night on the road that ran up some mountains, we saw a shapeless white form that appeared to be a white shopping bag blowing around in the wind and moving quickly up the mountainside. It was moving against the wind, however, uphill. We had pulled off the road at the lay-by to look at the view of the city lights down below. When we noticed the shape jumping up from the tree to the tree towards us, it was about 2 or 3 square feet in the area and might blush with color, like a large pillowcase or, so I said earlier, a shopping bag.
Yeah.
No markings or features, no shiny at all. Looked more like a strange cloth than plastic. Both myself and my fiance, who is Irish, had a feeling that whatever it was, its intentions were not good. We had a general sense that something unpleasant would happen if it caught up to us. So we jumped back in the car and hightailed it out of there. Now reading in post that individual that was speaking the story was American and only his fiance was Irish.
I know, I heard that.
Yeah. This is in Mayo, also in Ireland.
It's when you started laughing.
In the
also.
1980s.
That's when it was.
A female.
It's just too much.
Third person story. The witness, 51 to 60 years old, is dead. The story goes as quotes.
You gonna do a female Irish accent with this one, or?
My friend and another person were driving along a road in Cork, Mayo, where she was from but no longer lived. And they both saw a very small man dressed in green walk across the road in front of the car.
We just lost all of our subscribers.
We gained some in Ireland, I hope. She was a sensible and very honest, devout Catholic woman, and I never knew that her to lie to make up things like this. Whatever she saw or didn't see, I firmly believe her account as being true, whatever that means. She was a sensible businesswoman and didn't make things up. Also, there's no more details to the story.
Really, really hard to take this seriously when you sound the way you do. I mean, let's be fair. We all know this is a
Look, I want to believe in fairies, okay, but I don't.
Yeah, that's.
I don't. I just killed a bunch of them, Devin. I'm so sorry. Clap, clap, clap. I believe in fairies. Clap, clap, clap. I believe in fairies. Clap, clap, clap. I believe in fairies.
Is that in reference to something?
Yeah.
What is that?
Clap and believe in fairies.
What?
From Peter Pan.
Who?
From Peter Pan!
The peanut butter?
I swear to fucking God.
It's been
Do you see what I'm working with?
Do you know that?
Do you understand?
That movie came out.
How much I have to cut to make this look decent? You don't know!
He keeps all of it in. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah, I do. Back in Mayo in 2010, a female 31 to 40 years old.
Oh, so another chick, huh?
Aye. I saw the...
Stop. Please.
Stop. One was enough. One was plenty.
honestly, if anybody's listening at this point, thank you.
You should run like marathons because the endurance that you have is impressive.
Only vocally, not physically.
Oh man!
I saw a group of 6. I bet this is going to be a better audio episode than a video episode.
Oh, you don't say, yeah.
Oh boy, season 4, guys. Woo!
All right, just try.
I saw a group of 6 ladies, 4 males, 2 females, walking through an open field along a narrow footpath in my direction. It was not my first contact with them, so I wasn't afraid. We exchanged greetings in Irish, and we went each on our way. The last of their company turned around when we were just a few steps past, and he asked me if I was so-and-so's. One of their other people's granddaughter is the reference I'm making here. I said I was. She smiled and said, I should visit sometime. Like I said, I and my family have had many contacts with them, of which some have resulted in children. This is a description of one of the brief and most common contacts. Others involve lengthy conversations, which I cannot share with the Fae. It's another female! Back in Cork!
For you audio listeners, isn't it impressive that we were able to get all these Irish females on the show? If you're a video listener, or if you're a video watcher, isn't it really impressive how good of an accent John's got? Like, that's so good.
It's not actually half bad. Why don't you try?
The commitment to the bit is...
Why don't you try, Devin?
Because I can't do a fucking Irish accent.
Why? Have you ever tried?
No, you racist bastard. That's the best.
No, it's not half bad, there, Boyle.
I'm not doing this.
Come on, give it to me all. Give it me your all.
No. Can you?
You feckin' arse. You dirty fecker.
Whoa.
Wow. You know, on the last episode I bleeped like 37 words. Just so you know, it was that bad.
What did you say?
Remember when I went on that cursing rant? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that happened. I was like, I just can't leave this in. It's 5 minutes of swearing.
Why didn't you just cut it?
Because it's funnier to bleep it. Beep, 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 beep. Anyway.
So that's a TikTok.
On a full moon night and Shaman's Eve, a little goblin-y type man running around in and out of the bushes, giggling and tumbling and scurrying around the garden. House by the side of barn, you lined at the side at the orchard at the end. Like a little man, about 2 feet tall, very dark-skinned, swarthy, with a big nose. Raggedy claws, streams of music, which was hypnotic, but made me feel sick. She's 60. We had a solid type fog all day, and the farmer said, "Poke come down in the mist." I just knew it was a faerie. My partner, what's he doing? My paternal grandmother was Irish, and when I went to live in Ireland in 2007.
Oh my God, she's not even Irish.
I felt I had gone home, where the fairies are. I think ancestral voices, and I have always felt something, and have seen things all my life. And I learned when going to school to keep quiet, that I can't explain my experience, and I just am thankful that I've had it at all. There, if you have them, the 5 there you have them, the 5 weirdest fairy supernatural sightings in Ireland. From the recent fairy census via faerie.com. Share these stories with friends if you like.
Did you see the head tilt when he realized that wasn't supposed to be in the voice?
Now let's wrap this up. I told you that fun. Now our fairy's real.
You know, John, I went into this a skeptic.
Go on.
I honestly, like, after speaking to those ladies, I'm having a hard time. I'm having a really hard time pretending like this isn't real.
Yeah.
So like I said, I was going into this as a skeptic, and I'm gonna leave this episode as a skeptic because this is complete and utter fucking bullshit.
Well, I don't know about you, Devin, but
Do you believe in fairies? I don't get that. I don't understand what you're doing.
do you believe in fairies?
No. Not even a little bit.
Do you believe in leprechauns? Oh, then you're gonna hate the end of the season.
Thanks for watching.
Oh, don't forget, go to greenmanmediacode.com and pick up some merch
You could also request an episode.
and leave us a message of any anecdotal evidence. But most importantly, whatever listening platform you're on, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, please leave us some stars. We need those.
Yeah, we really want the stars. The stars are really important to us.
Give us a review right now. Like, we really need those to help boost our numbers.
We're actually
constantly working our asses off on this.
We're really looking to get 100 by the end of the season.
That would be fantastic.
That's really what we're looking for. And all you loyal Wolf Takes a Bite enthusiasts, if you guys could just, it literally takes 2 seconds. Just hit 5 stars for us, please.
If you like this at all, please, it would mean everything. And share us to your family and friends. We're here. We're working our butts off for you to bring you the best content.
If the content was good, give us 5 stars, please.
Yep.
Like, please.
Review, rate, comment, and subscribe. Thank you, guys. Question everything, and we'll see you on the next one.
If you give us 5 stars, John will never do a woman Irish voice again, I promise.
I'm blue. Dee doo doo da 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 dee da 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 dee doo doo ba. Hey, hey. No, because it was wrong. But thanks for your comment, Devin. And just like that, you can comment too by typing anywhere down below of any of our videos. Give us your feedback. Just like this episode of Wolf Takes a Bite, it was amazing as always. But we can't do this without your support. So go to greenmanmediacode.com, buy some merch, and check us out.